Help me tours of my life and raise my expectations. Looking at reruns and memories repeating and all your ideals seem to self-defeating. So you and yours, a Pepsi generation. And when you're discontent, you change the TV station. And when you hate your life, no quality is a demon. A million brainwashed bands will always hear it screaming. And when there is no hope, I smoke a crack, I shoot the dough. When there's no enemies, I'll sit and stare in my TV. And in my ignorance, I'll be a slave and syncopate. And in the
pageant. Said, well, get up and go, must have got up and went. Well, I got good news, she's a real good liar. Cause the backstage and boogie set your pants on fire.
It's so slashed and torn.
That Miss Howell is a really good teacher, and I don't think she really hates anybody. And she's really funny, and she's just, I think, my favorite teacher.
It's actually pretty good. You talk a lot, like one-on-one, to the teacher, especially Miss Howell. So.
Well, I've gotten 3 solos, and I really love choir. And lots of people get really rude, so if you come into it next year, then you should have patience so that Miss Howe won't get mad at you, and just take it because it's a lot of fun.
My experience at choir is really good. I like Miss Howe a lot. Although we have 77 people in our choir, we all talk a lot, so it's kind of hard, but you know, overall we got, you know, a pretty good choir. We all are maturing the same, so our voices are round, and yeah.
I've gotten 3 solos, and I really love choir. And lots of people get really rude, so if you come into it next year, then you should have patience so that Miss Howe won't get mad at you, and just take it because it's a lot of fun.
Best experience is just like preparing for concerts, because after we memorize and get all the little specifics out, we have a blast, and I love performing in front of people, and I'm sure our whole choir does.
We practice every day in the week before the concert, and up on the stage, you feel nervous at first because the lights are so bright and they're shining on just you, but after a while it goes faster and you don't really notice it, and it's over before you know it.
Festival was really hard. With 77 people, it's really hard to, you know, all get along and listen since we're all kind of at different voice levels. We had a little trouble on sight reading, and I think we can more improve next year about that. But overall, I think we made just mental mistakes that we could have fixed on a normal day.
As soon as I started, I was kind of out of practice. I'd sung before like a little bit in other choirs and stuff, And I got in there and we do a lot of the warm-ups and stuff, and I kind of got my voice back. And about halfway through the year, he changed my spot from bass to tenor. Just, that was a big jump, and I was kind of confused, why'd you do that? But it's been really good for me. He really knows how to take a person and, you know, hear out their voice and know where they should be put. And he really made my voice grow a lot, so I'm better for it.
I always love singing, and then it's just, Mr. Wangerman makes it like really fun. So I mean, I've heard that once you get up higher, it's gonna kind of stink because he likes to yell. But still, I mean, he's just a fun guy to be around. Like, he'll do things like donut runs. But other than that, like the varsity is like just for beginners and people that are just coming into high school. But
when we do concerts and stuff, it's kind of a rush. Especially the last one, it was pretty fun. We went out and did the cabaret concert, and it was a blast. I'm also in men's, so we got to do like double the singing and junk, so it was a lot of fun.
Varsity choir and treble choir, well, we kind of have like a competition between every single like concert that we do. And well, the first time we kind of lost because we didn't sing that well. Like, we weren't loud enough. We didn't have enough emotion into it. The second one, which was the holiday concert, we did a couple songs, and we actually beat the treble choir group because we had a lot of enthusiasm. So we put a lot of that into it. Like, took it from the first one and just multiplied it by like 10.
My experiences in choir. Well, I came here at the beginning of the year, and I spent, you know, the first couple weeks not knowing what I was going to do, and then I talked to Mr. Hicks and got me in choir, and it was just a great experience. I got in, Mr. Wong welcomed me in, and there's a lot of good guys in varsity, and I spent, you know, pretty much the whole year in choir. It's my favorite hour of the day.
Well, I would have to say that, you know, good experience is like when you're on stage and you don't mess up. Those are always the good ones. And I mean, even if you're just doing something normal, like a one-line thing, it's the best feeling to not mess up. Just because, I mean, it's not a great achievement or anything, but you don't have the feeling of embarrassment because you screwed up. And, you know, at the other end of the scale, there's the embarrassing moments when, like, you only have to say one word and you screw that up. And that's always funny if you can laugh it off, but if you can't, it's kind of embarrassing.
It's fun, like in varsity choir you get to go on donut runs sometimes. And like varsity choir is fun. Like as you move up in the choir level, it gets like more serious and competitive.
I would have to say that my favorite experience was probably going to New York, and coincidentally enough, I'm wearing the New York t-shirt. But yeah, when we sang at Ground Zero, that was pretty cool, because, I mean, like, I didn't even know this until afterwards, but apparently we sang the Star Spangled Banner, but the soldiers that were at Ground Zero, like, saluted while we were singing it, and I didn't know that until afterwards, and I don't know, it felt really cool, you know, to know that, you know, we were, you know, making people feel cool. And apparently, I heard this later, but there was like some DeWitt High School kids there, and like their parents, and they heard us sing, and they like came up to the parents and were telling the parents that like they were awestruck, and I thought that was pretty cool. I didn't find that out till like last week.
Well, just times when we get to goof around and stuff. I don't know. Like New York should be fun. We're not going to be singing the whole time.
Experiences as far as choir throughout my all 4 years, I mean, there's been their good and their bad. Incoming freshmen and sophomores, anyone who wants to join choir, I mean, expectations are really high. I mean, you think choir is going to be, you know, a lot more fun than what it actually may be, and that's the honest truth. I mean, had most good experience, honestly, and then just the recent years have been more bad ones. I mean, the choir has turned into more singing and singing and singing and singing and not fun at all. I mean, it's not student oriented anymore. It's just you sing this hard music and no joking around.
Overall experience It's been a lot of fun. I like it because it's where you can meet a lot of different people. It's like, it's a class where you're gonna have the most amount of people. So, you know, you're gonna have friends in there that you don't necessarily wouldn't have unless you were to have that class, you know. And you meet a lot of different people and a lot of new friends, and that's fun. And you get to sing, which is something that, like, I enjoy doing, and it's entertainment that you don't have to have it just yourself. So you don't have to feel stupid, or you don't have to be afraid because you're with this whole, like, community of people that are doing the exact same thing as you.
The best feeling in a concert for me is when the audience gives a standing ovation. I mean, it lets you know that the song that you just did was obviously well enough to move the whole entire audience, and that's just the best feeling, the screams and the clapping and the appreciation. For me, I like doing solos because it's like I like to see the appreciation for the audience. It's not because I just like to sing solos in front of the choir. It's really like to see what the people think, how I sang the solo. That's the best feeling.
The best experience, this is a tough one, would probably just, I don't even know. Finding out that Mr. Longman was having a baby. No, No. Well, my best experience, I don't know, really just the people in choir, I'd say. Like, you have a lot of fun, and you get to sing songs that are fun. It's just fun.
All around advice to kids to try out, like, whatever, just do it, have some fun.
Yeah.
Like, what would you say to do?
Don't be nervous, because Miss Howe and Mr. Wongman don't judge, like, oh, you did this wrong. Do it over again. If you mess up, then they'll say, that's okay. You can try it over if you want to. And they'll get you to sound however they want, and they'll perfect your voice. They're a lot of help.
Cool. Okay. Just give some advice to people.
Advice?
Join choir.
Well,
Just tell them what to.
You have to have a high tolerance level because there's a lot of, like, talking, and you have to cope with everybody else, and you're not always going to move up into the higher choirs right away. So you have to learn to, like, speak out and not be afraid to sing in front of other people.
What would you say to kids who want to try choir but are too afraid to?
It's really not a big deal trying out for choir. It's basically just kind of a show. You gotta have, you have to be able to sing kind of, but it's really not very selective. If you want to get into varsity choir, all you have to do is be able to, talk, pretty much. He puts you through a audition, but it doesn't do anything very much. And you stay in varsity the whole year. There's no chance of being cut really through the whole year. It's not very selective choir.
What would you tell kids that want to join choir but are too afraid to, like, go to the audition or whatever? They're just coming into high school. What would you tell them? What advice would you give them?
Well, I would say that they shouldn't worry about it because, I mean, if they don't get in, or, if they really are bad and they don't get into it, so they're not in, it's nothing to cry about. It's not like you're going to see the people that did get in every single day, and it's not like they're going to laugh at you. And if you do get in, it's like a great chance to get better. And, it's just like, it's a learning experience. It's a good chance to, work on something that you like.
I just say, with the heck with it, just join. If you like to sing, if you're good at singing, just do it. Just try out. It's a great time. You meet new guys, people that like to sing just like you, and you'll have a lot of fun doing it. I'm done.
The kids that want to join choir but are a little afraid to.
Any advice that kids that are wanting to join choir that are kind of afraid, I would say sing out. Don't be afraid. Don't worry about anyone hearing you. Sing. If you don't think you're that good, no one can tell you differently. No one's gonna make you think differently. So you just gotta pick it up in your heart and go and join, and then sing out. I mean, audition for the solos. Who cares? You just gotta get your voice out there, because if you don't audition for solos and you don't do solo ensemble, then you will never you'll never step up than being that one person that's in the very back of the choir that just sits there. I mean, and you'll hate Mr. Wongman for it, but it's kind of your own fault. You have to audition for solos and stuff like that. You got to get your voice out there, else you won't be noticed. And that's just the politics of choir, and it sucks like that, but that's the way it is.
Go for it. Always take the chance, like, because you never know. And like, try out. If you don't make it, then you may have another year. You may not, but at least you did it. And then that gives you more experience to try something new for, you know, in life, everything. And if you do make it, and if you're nervous or whatever, like, it's not just about you. Yeah, you have to do your specific part, but like, it's a community. It's a group of people that you're with. You know, it's a lot of fun.